Hello everyone, I'll be unboxing this huge guitar today. Yes, I'm giving up vacuum cleaners. I've started to collect musical instruments and one day I'll learn how to play every musical instrument. But no, sadly alas, I'm not gifted in musical instruments, but I am gifted in unboxing vacuum cleaners. If it's a gift or a curse, it's more of a curse really. I think this is a vacuum cleaner. I've had many unusual packages delivered to my home and this is no exception. Right, let's get it open, folks. Let's hope it's not broken. I don't know why I bought it. I have curtailed my vacuum spending considerably, but occasionally a vacuum pops up that I'm quite interested in. And you might be interested in it, I don't know. And it also happens to be the fact that this particular brand I've got into again. I'm like that, folks. I have phases. You know, I'll just be in like a vintage Hoover phase for a month or so, and then maybe a Sebo phase, maybe a Miele phase. Don't think I've ever been in a Dyson phase. So at the moment, I'm in a Vorwerk phase. Yes, that's expensive German brand of vacuum cleaners. They only do a cordless machine now, the VK7. They've abandoned mains power, unfortunately. This is mains power and vintage. I'm not sure on the exact date, but this looks older than it is. I think it's sort of, well, it's 70s or 80s. We might be able to date it. I'll tell you what, folks, because this is boring, isn't it? I'll take all the packaging off and we'll have a look at what I've bought. Well, here we have it, the vacuum cleaner in 3 parts. This is the bag. And it's a cloth bag with a paper bag insert, I assume. If there isn't a paper bag, I did buy some in readiness. Oh, I think they've sent me some of their dirt. Don't send people's dirt, will you? When I sell a vacuum, I don't send you my dirt unless you ask for it. I wouldn't do that. Costs more to send the dirt anyway. This was advertised as a, I can't remember now, but it wasn't. I think this is a VK117, but the eBay listing stated it was something else. And what they'd done, they just listed the model of the power head, not the actual vacuum. It looked in reasonable condition. This looks a lot older than it actually is. It's very vintage looking. Here's the handle and motor unit. There we go. Ugh. Oh dear, what's that? Oh, look at that. Some tape on that. I don't know if that tape is just because it's a loose fit. There was no mention of any repair or tape. You've got to be careful when buying on eBay, folks. Everything so far, fingers crossed, seems intact. I mean, these cord hooks, there's one at the bottom, one at the top. That one seems to rotate. They don't seem that strong. I'm surprised they've survived. So we've got that, and then finally we've got the power head. Excuse if I've got some paint on my hands. I'm still decorating. And I'm decorating at the moment actually, but I thought I'd better stop and unbox this. Right then, here we go. Come on. Right. Okie dokie. Yes, this power head's an ET30, and that's what it was listed as, a Vorwerk ET30 vacuum cleaner, but it isn't a VT30. I say it's a VK117. So yeah, Doesn't look too bad. Let's assemble it, shall we, folks? We'll pop. Yeah, just a bit worried about why all this brown tape's on there. Don't know if something's broken. We'll pop it in. Oh, it does click in place though. And then we've got a lead here for the power head, and there should be a socket. There is a socket on top of the motor. Here is the motor. Here is the power head. It's a dirty fan motor. You've got big red, a big red on-off switch that's a bit stiff, but I'm sure I can look at that. And then, well, before I put the bag on, I think I'll just check that it hasn't been used without an inner bag. If it has, I'll have to vacuum it out. Now, this bag doesn't have a zip. It has a sort of, I don't know what you'd call it. It's almost like a very large sort of bag slide. In fact, that's what it is. It is a bag slide, but not the sort we expect. We normally expect sort of a bag slide this wide, and you fold over the ends of a paper bag. But this holds the cloth bag together. Yeah, well, there is a bag in it, but oh, that's not promising. And I think they've had a dog. Blimey! Oh wow! A very hairy dog, unless I hope that's not human. Could be Santa's hair, couldn't it? Like, I'm gonna have to get a vacuum out because that's going right on my lungs. So I've got Henry handy. I'll get my Henry Clean Air out and vacuum as much of this muck out as I can. Come on, Henry. He's a bit worse for wear. He's got a bit of paint on him. And he's covered in dust. You get all the dirty jobs, Henry, don't you? He's been helping me out, clearing up while I'm decorating and pulling up carpets. He's the best man for that sort of job. Right, let's plug you in. There we go. Right, my friend. I'm afraid I've got a very dirty job for you. Look at that. I don't know if it's salvageable. There is a piece of plastic. But yes, I have seen. I will probably, I don't know if I'll have to buy. That bag's not in bad nick. If that is the original, I'd rather keep it the original, but it depends if this part's broken. The replacement does come with this part as well. So it's, I don't know why this, but it's been fastened with an elastic band. Oh dear me, I'm gonna have to start you up, Henry, because dust. Ugh. Yeah, there's a fill tube. Oh look, it's got a little flap on it. A little flap. Ugh. Right, come on, Henry, with your HEPA filter, let's clean this mess up. Well, that's not perfect, obviously. It's going to take me a while to get rid of this. Might need a turbo brush on it as well. I don't want to wash it at this stage, but I've got the worst off. I accidentally sucked up the elastic band, which I might need. Now I have got in readiness, I did buy these bags, found them on eBay. These are double fold, so I don't know really how you're supposed to fit these. Perhaps there is some sort of band to hold. So this must go in this way, I'm assuming. Perhaps, I don't know, I've no idea. Oh crikey, look, hang on. I'll just get rid of all this in here. Right, well that took some cleaning out. And I've now noticed that there is a screw thread in here. And there is a screw thread on this. So now all that gunk has been removed, we might be able to screw that on. And yes, we can. So that's how it fits. But how do we fit the bag? How do we fit the bag? There's no, obviously these are just plain, you can't get the originals I don't think, certainly not in the UK. This is the plain bag, very like a long thin Hoover Junior bag, and we all know how a Hoover Junior bag fits. So how does this, I wonder if, oh, I'm not really sure. Perhaps it screws on. So I'm wondering, I'll have to go online, there might be an instruction book, or I'm wondering if I'm guessing, folks. I'm guessing. I'm wondering if this could be right. I'm not sure. Do you do this? Put the bag over the screw threads and then screw it on. I'm not sure. Some of you will be saying, no, that's wrong, you stupid idiot. But it might be right. It's screwing on anyway. It's going on. No wonder they had tape on it. They couldn't have screwed this on, you see, with all that gunk. There we are. That has... well, that's pretty secure. Maybe that's correct. Is that correct, folks? It could be. Anyway, it's firmly in, so I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't think that's going to blow off any time. So now we can, as you can see, there's this metal frame that keeps the bag in shape, so to speak. We can just, yeah, this is still going to need a lot more cleaning. Yeah. This is really, I mean, it's not filthy, is it? But it wasn't very pleasant, that job. But good old Henry, he'll suck up anything. Right, okay. We've got a new bag in. We've got a reasonably clean bag. So we need to put this slide back on, don't we? Can't remember which way it went. It must be this way, surely. Yep, there we are. It slides on. I know you could get tools for this, hose and other accessories, and use it in different ways. But obviously, this is all I've got. There we are. Right, there you go, that's a bit better, isn't it? So now I can fit it to the machine. Let's just move this bag out the way. Ugh. And any of you concerned about my lovely new living room carpet, don't be. It's been peed and pooed on many, many times since I got it. It has been cleaned, you know, spot cleaned, and soon it is due for, you know, a full clean everywhere. Oh, dearie me. Right, okay. So I've got a nice new bag fitted. I'm going to fit this to the cleaner and then switch it on. So, which way does the bag go on? Because there's a little button there. I'm wondering, oh, well, it's at the back, obviously, isn't it? Yeah. Right, that clicks in place. Henry doesn't know what to make of this unusual vacuum. We've got a little strap at the back. I assume that's original, and an intact hook. Yep. Right. I think the cable is original. I mean, it's green. It seems quite a lengthy cable. Right, is there anything to keep the cable clipped? Is there a clip? What's this? Oh, yes, there is, look. There's this gubbins here. Oh, that's coming off. I don't know if that's broken. No, it does clip back in. It's surprising that these parts haven't broken, to be honest. In transit. Hang on, I might have to just move it to get the flex in there. That's it, is it? Yeah, I think that's correct. We've got, oh, look at that, and that wasn't mentioned either. Right, dearie me. Bit of a major repair there. Not a safe repair. And also, so I have to, you can get mains cable for this. Again, it won't be the genuine. I've seen green mains cable available, probably with a European plug on, but you know, it depends where the brakes are. 'Cause if they're near the plug, then you know, not too bad. Well, no, they're not. That's the first bit of repair, and there's all this flex left, so it would leave it very short. Anyway, I'm going to briefly use it, taking care not to go anywhere near the mains cable. It's a very old vintage plug, look. It's made in England. It's unbranded though. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it, plug it in, and see if we can get this thing to work. Right, Henry, you're going to have to get out of the way, folks. Well, what, you're not folks, are you? You're just one. Okay, I'm going to plug it in. It might spring into life when I switch the socket on. Oh, it's quite quiet. It did. Oh, hang on. Don't touch the cable, Rog. That's dangerous. You see, the seller didn't point out that the cable had a repair. Didn't point out. Oh, hang on. I thought I got a little shock. No, I was holding plastic. No, it's just me. Right. Okie dokie. Oh. Right. Let's give it a quick push. Not bad, volume wise, but I have a feeling we don't have any brush roll action. Didn't sound like the brush roll was rotating. Let's have a look. We do have a bit of rotation, but I think the belt could do with replacing, I suspect. I noticed this blue stuff on the listing, and I'm not sure if that's just was supposed to be all blue, or was this some sort of protective film that was on the machine that should have been removed. I'm not sure. I would think it should be silver. Where's me doobry? I had a screwdriver here 1 minute ago. Here it is. Let's have a look. It's amazing that you can still get parts for this, although, as I said, it's not as old as it appears, folks. We'll have a look at the rating sticker. There is a rating plate on the power head, but it's very hard to see. But there is a, oh dear. Oh, why have you done that? Unless I can take it off without. Oh, right, okay. There's 3 Phillips type screws, and 2. Oh, but that's okay. You can pivot it. It's a wooden brush roll. And that belt's not bad though. Oh, got a bit of a seal. Right, and it lifts up, does it? Oh. Oh, how does this come off? Yeah, there's an adjustment here. I think that's for the height. Oh, thought it was a screw doodah. It's not. Wonder how you work that. Hang on. Right. Here's, it looks like a, yeah, it looks just like a power head belt. Oh, the belt's in good condition. And look at that. Well, it's smooth. But I do have a replacement, folks. Yes, when I won the auction for this, I bought the bags and I saw this on Amazon, I think it was. So I didn't know whether I'd need a new brush roll. Again, it's not genuine. Oh, the belt, crikey. The belt seems a lot smaller and not as thick either. Don't know how long that belt will last. Yeah, it's reasonably stiff brushes. I assume it will fit. We'll try it, or shall I just put the new belt in? No, I'll put the new brush roll in and see. Yeah. Does this, I don't know what I do with that bit. How does it go in, folks? I'm very new to this cleaner. I've done a bit of research, but there wasn't much. I think there is oh, there we go. I think there might be an online instruction book. That's nice and smooth. It's not, well, it's fairly easy to put on. Perhaps I should have put it on the spindle before, but it's, yeah. Hang on. It's not much of a tight fit. It's hard to do because I'm trying to show you as well. I don't think this belt's going to last long by the feel of it. Come on, just, it's a bit of a tight fit. There we are. Phew. Right, that's on. Is that all? Yeah, I think that's how it should be. And then put the screws. Oh no, there's an end cap thing, but oh, I think I might have to put that on first. Does that go onto that? I think it does. I think it does. I don't know. Or does it? Yes. Oh, there we go. I think that's it. Right. This might be better. Screw those up. I'll just try and see what it says on the rating plate on the power head. Type ET30-1, made in Germany, 220 volts, 50 hertz, 100 watts. Some other symbols. Oh yes, this is the thing. Now this thing adjusts something, doesn't it? This thing adjusts this. Yeah, it does move. Is that the height? Doesn't seem to be moving anymore. Don't know. Just have to leave it at that. Let's plug it back into the cleaner. I have unplugged the cleaner as well, folks. Right, let's switch on again. Right. Pop the head back on. I think there's a warning light on this. I don't know if, I can't remember if that lit up. It's a green light. Didn't notice if that's actually illuminated first time. There we go. Right, give it another push. Not bad, I suppose. The brush roll certainly was rotating better and grooming the carpet. It's a very, very tall cleaner, folks. It really is tall. So if you are very, very tall, you'll probably find this quite comfortable. I think it stands up on its end, on its own. Yes, it will. It does stand up. That is that's probably, wow, that's probably the tallest vacuum handle height I've got. Blimey, that is tall. That is very tall. It's not bad. Obviously it's got some issues. I'm going to replace the mains cable. I think the bag's okay. Please comment below. Have I fitted the bag correctly by, you know, putting it and then screwing that thing on? It seems to be a good fit. There is a light. The green light does come on the ET30 head, but it needs a good clean up and a polish. But on the whole, pretty pleased with it. Yeah, we'll do a quick suction test, shall we? Where is it? Where's my suction gauge? I don't think it's going to be very powerful, but it's an interesting machine, I hope you'll agree. I'll just remove the power head, and I think there was I think this handle does come off. I don't know. Oh, it does come off. So the seller could have, yeah, it does come off. Look, I have seen a video. I think it's a German chap, but he's speaking English, and he showed a handle. So much like you can convert a Kirby into a sort of handheld, the same is true with this. So you'd have to unhook the mains cable from the clip at the top, and then this comes out. It should come out, surely. Press the button. Why aren't you coming out? You're not. Oh, there we are. Yeah, so this whole handle comes off. I don't know, no, that seems pretty. The handle, when it was brand new, I expect the handle was in 2 bits for shipping, but I'm not going to force that open. I won't put that dirty end on my carpet. Yes, I've seen a smaller handle that fits on here, so you can use it sort of like a handheld vacuum, and there's a carry strap, a hose and various other tools. I've seen a hose that would fit this. I'm wondering if the other tools I've got for my, I can't remember, I've got another older Vorwerk with a lot of tools on it. I wonder if those tools would fit, but that's my storage unit. We'll look at the rating sticker in a minute, but first we'll do a sealed suction test. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be very powerful. The VK117 peaked at around 32 on the suction gauge, which isn't bad for a 250 watt dirty fan motor. It's a small motor, like a Hoover Junior, and it's a dirty fan. So all the dirt you pick up actually passes through the fan before being blown into the bag. So it is just like a Hoover Junior, really. Just have a quick peek in there, see if I can see the fan. Yeah, I think I can just about see the fan blades. You won't be able to see them though, folks. I won't attempt. So we'll do some proper refurbishing of this at some stage. I have unplugged. Let me just check. Yes. Yeah, it's just a cable. I will replace it. I know it's not going to be genuine, but safety first, folks. Let's have a quick look at the rating sticker. So this is type Vorwerk Electro VK117-26H, double insulated, 220 volts, 50 to 60 hertz, 250 watts. Vorwerk plus Co. Wuppertal, whatever it is. It's made in Germany anyway. I don't know if I can date this from the rating plate. Wonder if the 26H has anything to do with the date. I've no idea. There's a sticker on here, but I can't read it. So comment below, folks. But I have read that it was made sort of in the 70s up to the 80s. Yeah, there's nothing on here either, really, to give us a clue. Yeah, but I don't know, it's quite interesting, isn't it? Well, anyway, I think it is. Certainly more interesting than modern vacuum cleaners. They're all starting to look the same. Everyone is copying the Shark design. You know, I'm talking about UK here, but Hoover in the UK copy Shark. Vax in the UK, which is owned by the company that owns Hoover in the USA, TTI, they're copying Shark. The latest Vax uprights just look very like the Shark with the lift-off doodah. You know, but at least this looks different. It looks very different. And it's not a bad machine, really. It'll be better when it's been refurbished. Something unusual, anyway. But I'm not really blown away by most vacuum cleaners sold at the moment. They're just, as I said, everything is starting to look the same. Everything's getting worse, not just in vacuum cleaners, I find anyway. What do you think, folks? There is a name for it, but I won't say it on this channel because it involves a swear. But it's the N something fication. You know what I mean. There's a word, a 4-letter word, between N and fication. Ification. But yeah, I just think just things are getting worse. They're getting even worse made. You know, I know we have planned obsolescence. It's nice to find something of quality this day and age. You don't often get it. And I wouldn't say that the current Vorwerk would last as long as this one, especially, what was that? Oh, it's okay, it was just clicking into position. Especially as the current Vorwerk, the VK, is it VK7? You know, because it's battery operated, obviously the battery has an infinite, not an infinite, a finite life. So even if the cleaner continues to work, you will be replacing the battery at some point, and most people will when they've spent, you know, £1,300 for the full setup. When that battery goes, they will be buying a new battery. They won't think, oh, I'll just buy a new vacuum. It's not like a disposable priced vacuum that, you know, you can get a Vax for, well, in Black Friday you probably get a Vax for under 70 quid, a Vax upright, probably a Shark for around £100, Hoover for 80. You know, all these are so cheap because they're not designed to be repaired, they're not designed to last. So you're buying them over and over again, and that's not good for the environment. People go on at me when I'm showing a bagged vacuum and say how terrible it is for the environment to have a bag. Well, how much worse is it, folks, for the environment to have appliances that last 1 or 2 years and then have to be scrapped because they can't be repaired economically and you have to buy a new one? So surely that's worse. Get something of quality, save up. And at the moment, I have to say, the Sebo is still the best made of sort of current vacuum crop. Better than Miele. They're decent quality plastics, they're assembled well, they can be repaired, they take bags. And I'm sure Sebo will last you longer. Will it better? It should do. Last longer than most of the mass market cleaners you buy now. It's all a bit depressing, folks. But it's nice that I can save a few older machines and they still work, and often they work just as good or even better than a modern machine. The filtration may not be quite as good, but as far as dirt pickup, you know, I'm sure this would be fine. So there we go, that's my Vorwerk VK117. Do you like it, folks? If you do, please give the video a thumbs up. Even if you don't like it, give me a thumbs up anyway. I'll show you this again, and I might get my other Vorwerks out. I've got another older one. You've seen it once before. I can't remember the model of it, but it's not as old looking as this, but it does have the cloth bag. And of course I have got some of the newer machines as well, which are certainly, they're interesting machines, but not as well made as this one. Anyway, despite the fact that I'm going to have to spend a bit of money on it, and it came with an absolute load of muck in it, I'm fairly pleased. I don't think it was very expensive. I can't remember. It wasn't a huge amount of money. Under £50, I think. I paid on eBay for this, and it will clean up quite well. So that's the end of today's video, and I'll see you all very soon for another one. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And you can check my back catalogue. I've got well over 1,000 videos of vacuum cleaners, other floor care appliances, the odd washing machine, etc. And infomercials, home shopping demos, old adverts, loads of things that will keep you occupied for many, many hours of vacuum fun. So until then, it's goodbye from me, goodbye from the Vorwerk, and don't forget, come on Henry, quick, quick, everyone loves Sir Henry. Well, not everyone, some people don't, but there he is. Henry's helped out in this video, thanks Henry, and he will continue to help out while I'm decorating my house. Right, I am off. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.